Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get started here. So, welcome back. Those who are returning, welcome. Those who are new, we're gonna be playing some old school Dungeons and Dragons. My name is Ekin, I'll be your Dungeon Master. We have three rules here, for those who are not familiar, and that is that players are gonna be required to be mature, respectful, and take their turns in speaking. Particularly, you also do not want to interrupt the Dungeon Master. It's gonna be my job to make sure everyone has a chance to speak, right, and to play the game. So the Dungeon Master is the guide into the game and the mediator of the discussion, right? D&D is basically one large discussion. We're telling a story here of a classic fantasy adventure. In this game, it's a game about getting golden glory across a dangerous medieval land as a soldier of fortune, right? Typically, you're going to be visiting a place called the dungeon. Dungeons are guarded by dragons, and they're the most dangerous locations but have the highest rewards across the realm. So, you will get to choose your own job, but most adventurers set out for the dungeon as to not waste time or to make good money for the time that they put in, right? Of course, if you all are in agreement, you can simply farm the land, go fishing, whatever you want to do as a party, right? But it is called Dungeons and Dragons for a reason. So, most of you have learned that the dungeon, at this point, at least the old players have learned that the dungeon is the most profitable place. Of course, newer groups might start something a bit simpler, spend 3 hours of their game farming, right, and getting a few coppers, right? But adventurers, you get hundreds of coppers after a single day of hard work, right? As adventurers, though. Adventurers typically, of course, will visit dungeons. Alright, so with that said, now we know what D&D is. I'm going to teach you guys or remind you how to play. It's very simple. D&D is played through 3 steps. It is a storytelling game. So the game is played by, of course, discussing and imagining a situation. The Dungeon Master is going to begin the game by describing the situation, the scenario, which you must imagine in your head. Once you can understand the situation, you might think about it, you might discuss it with your fellow party members, but more importantly, you must decide on an action, right? You must tell the Dungeon Master what you want to do. If you tell others what you want to do, it's discussion. You must particularly tell the Dungeon Master you want to try something. And then the last step, the third step, the Dungeon Master will then tell you the results of your action, right? The consequences. Roll some dice and tell you what happens, right? The dice are a way to figure out whether or not you're successful, right? And that's kind of the game part of the story, right? Not everything you do will be successful. So, alright, to win the game, just a reminder, you must survive. You must tell a story, and you must get golden glory, okay? The only way to lose D&D really is to die. Of course, not making any money, not surviving, not really telling a good story is a way to lose too, but the true way to lose is to die. So if you get killed, you're out. Alright, so now you know how to play, you know what D&D is. Before you can even start playing, you'll need a character. Once you have a character, we can start this adventure. So we're gonna get all the new players and every other returning player who needs a character rolled up. And then those who don't, or those who are returning who already have characters, will get you a chance to prepare your characters too. Before we do this, do we have any questions or concerns?
I can, uh, me and my friends are gonna go because this is a larger group than I expected, and I don't want to overwhelm them. I'm so sorry. It's just
Oh,
there's a lot of people, and I don't want them to be overwhelmed. I'll probably come back for another session later if there's more.
Alright, no worries. Have a good one,
I mean,
everyone.
it's not that bad, but alright. Zero.
I mean,
You
11
think
people.
5 people is gonna kill a dragon, lady?
It's it's 11 people.
Well, it's gonna
No,
be a
you
lot
want
less
to
I
now,
leave. No,
so it's alright.
take your friends and leave. Take your friends and leave.
Have a good day.
Do it, do it, do it.
I didn't expect such a negative response.
No,
My
you
bad.
shouldn't. You
I was
shouldn't
very sick.
bring. No, you shouldn't bring your friends to group, a new group, right? That already has somebody who's a team killer, chaotic,
Damn, bro.
and
No,
it's
I
like
don't
Alright,
care,
relax, relax,
honestly.
buddy.
I
Relax.
don't care.
Okay.
I don't
No,
know
I
why you're
mean,
making a deal out of this.
we just
Joanna
made
has already been
Irene
warned,
have a.
so let's move on, right? He knows what he has to
No
do.
reason to
If
leave.
he does one more mistake, he's out, so.
And
Joanna, you've been there for a while. You already know how
self-defense.
things are.
Yeah, it was self-defense too. I know what I did, yeah.
He already paid the consequences. He knows that if you make one more move like that, he's out of the group. So no one would want to hire or Mark with the liability, right?
Unless
Okay.
it's me.
Um, let's put that aside and let's continue. I will create some new characters for those who need them then. So Yubi and Friska.
Yep.
Who else needs one? Boomer, do you need one? No. Let's see.
I
Yubi,
do.
Friska, Squig, and Juan, right? Just the 4 of you. Do any returning players want a new character? Or are you guys good?
Good.
I'm good.
I have a quick. What? So I'm playing a dwarf. What does a dwarf do again exactly? It's the first time I play a dwarf.
They're very good at fighting. They make great scouts in the dungeon. They can see a bit further. So in torchlight, for example, humans can
Let
see
it
10 feet
cage.
ahead. They can see 20 feet ahead. They see a little further. Other than this, they are good at finding traps, new construction tricks. So, you know, sometimes there are hidden traps, right? Hidden means that a trap is concealed or covered, right? They might be able to figure that out if they take the time to observe carefully, right? So dwarves are good at that. They can tell if something is not exactly what it appears to be, right? And same thing with
Okay, that makes
construction
sense.
tricks as well. Yeah, they can detect new construction or construction tricks such as sloping passages, false walls, and such, right? Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, thank you.
All right. New characters. We'll get one rolled up. We'll go alphanumerically. We're going to start with EUB. Alright, EUB. Listen carefully. We're going to roll your abilities.
Yep.
Starting with a 10 strength.
Yep.
Intelligence of 8.
Yep. I can't read. All right. Nice.
Wisdom of 12.
Okay.
Dexterity of 14.
Oh look, another thief. Third time to charm.
Constitution of 9. Charisma of 10. Right. Next is Friska. Strength is 6. Intelligence 11. Wisdom 7. Dexterity is 11. Constitution 13. Charisma 12. Alright, let's get one for Juan. Strength is 11.
Wait. I have a character already. It's Ramadan.
Oh, you do? Okay. You just deserted in your last group. So yeah, typically that would actually count as your final mistake, but you
No.
did
I
fall
passed
asleep.
out. I
So,
really passed out last night.
understandable. Just a reminder, if you think you're gonna pass out during the game, don't join that game, right? So
No, I really passed out. You wouldn't fucking believe it. I really passed out.
I know, I believe it. You passed out. I'm just reminding the rest of the group, if they think they're gonna pass out during the game, it might not be a good idea to play. You should probably go to bed, right?
Yeah, that's true. We have a civil war over here, so I have to stay
Because if
awake.
you fall asleep in the middle of the game, I'm not saving your character. Your character, deserts, right? Or
We
breaks down.
we really have a civil war, and I'm fighting.
Alright,
I'm
Squeak's turn.
serious.
Hello.
Okay, so strength is first.
Alright,
8
what we
strength.
got? Fuck.
Intelligence is 11.
I'm not gonna play this game. I'm gonna watch.
All right, that's fine.
11 intelligence.
11 Wisdom. 6 Dexterity.
Damn.
13 Constitution.
Ain't bad.
16 Charisma.
Ooh. Um. Well, what would you recommend as a class for me? What would you hit me with?
Let's see.
What were your stats again, bro?
Deacon?
Alright.
It's
Yeah, we're gonna pick
encouraged that you
classes
write
next.
them.
So, Squig, for you, I'd recommend any class but fighter or any demi-human classes. Also, I wouldn't pick a thief either. So, magic user or cleric are the only ways, I think, for you.
Yeah, I'll probably go magic user.
Okay. Yubi, you're somewhat strong.
Give me a thief.
Okay,
Just give me a
thief.
thief. Yeah. I mean, it's a
Friska, do
thief
you
at
know
the
what class you
third
want?
time. What's up?
Friska, do you know what class you want to play?
Oh, I thought you were talking about it.
I will take recommend.
Recommendations? Since you're smart and you're quick, I recommend magic user or thief.
Okay, what do we already have in the theme? And I'll just pick the opposite.
We have almost everything, right? So,
Oh,
one of each at least. Maybe, well, you can't play a cleric very well, I think. Yeah, you got low wisdom. We could use more clerics, but the best classes for you right now are magic user or thief.
let's do thief. I haven't played that. I don't think.
Good to go. Alright, hit points. How hard the character can get hit before they're killed. Okay, starting with the thieves. Yubi, your thief has 1 hit point, no bonus. Friska, your character has 2 hit points, plus 1 bonus, 3. Squig, your character has
Come on.
2 hit points, plus 1 bonus, 3 hit points.
Thank you.
Alright, items. Starting with the Yubi, listen carefully, these are your items. You're gonna be starting with a set of clothes and a key. You're gonna have a longbow, 20 arrows. You have a light helmet.
This is me, right? I'm,
Yeah.
I'm not.
You have a
okay,
bag.
good.
You have a 10-foot pole. You have a tinder box. You have a bandage. Okay, you have 3 torches and a knife.
Can I get a rope instead of the torches?
We can't afford it. We'll have to return something that's worth 1 silver. So if you want, we can downgrade your longbow and get you a rope.
Whatever. No, that's fine then. So 3 torches.
You have 3 torches, a knife, bandage, tinderbox, 10-foot pole, bag, light helmet, 20 arrows, longbow, key, and a set of clothes. Alright, Friska's turn. Okay, Friska, you're gonna start with a set of clothes and a key. You also start with a longbow, 20 arrows. Alright, and you'll start with a light helmet and a bag. Okay, you start with a 50-foot rope. You're gonna start with a hammer, flask of oil, an iron spike, and a knife. You'll start with a 10-foot pole, a tinderbox, 6 torches, and lastly you're going to start with, let's see, oh, that should be it actually. Yeah. Alright, that's everything. Alright, next is Squig. So listen carefully.
Quick question. What
Yeah.
like, don't we get to buy our stuff?
So we're just doing quick rolls. So we just quickly roll
Oh.
up, and then if you have a preference, you can tell me, but otherwise I'm just gonna choose your equipment for you.
Oh,
This is your starting equipment. So in the
okay.
future, if you make your own money, you get to pick your own things. But this is not your own money, actually.
Alright.
Just rolled.
Got it.
Just to speed it up, so we don't spend an hour picking
Yeah.
out items. Okay. Plus it's a new character, so. Alright. Squig, you kind of start with, if you have preferences, let me know, but you definitely will start with a set of clothes and a key. Or not a key, a magic, spellbook. I mean, you are a magic user. So clothes and spellbook. You'll also be starting with, let's see, a pack and a lantern. Let's see. Okay. Also, a 10-foot pole. Tinderbox. Um, 2 flasks of oil and a knife. Also, a sling and 30 stones. And then you're gonna start with a spade, and we'll go with what can we use? You have 5 coppers left. Do you have any preferences? Otherwise, I'm gonna grab something else.
Yeah, quick thing. Can I, if I give back the spade and 10-foot pole, can I get that money?
Spade is worth 5 coppers. The 10-foot pole is really important. It's only worth 1 copper.
Okay, I'll keep the 10-foot pole. Can I put back the spade?
Alright, then. So you have 10 coppers. What's your preference?
Can I get a weapon with 10 coppers?
You can get a staff.
Does the staff help at all? What does it do?
It deals maybe 1d3 damage. You're better off getting a tool. It does the same. It's just a bit slower.
Yeah.
If you could get a spade, that would help because my character has a pickaxe that he can use, and I'm playing the dwarf.
I don't think that I would need a spade particularly.
Do you not want to dig any treasure up?
Not really. I think I can do without a spade.
Alright, we'll use our bare hands. You want to just keep the 10 coppers? Sure.
Yeah, I have a knife. I can't find the reference sheet.
What reference sheet?
Like where all the stuff I can buy is.
It's in the rules channel.
Ah. Okay, I see it. All right, thank you.
No problem. Alright. So, almost done here. I'm gonna pick your names next. Let's see, did Kuni ever make it? Kuni said she was gonna play too.
I'm playing Ekin.
You're playing? You're late.
I know, I don't need prep.
Okay, that's good, because you don't get any if you're late.
I know.
Alright, you did earn 94 coppers though, I'm gonna note that down.
How many coppers are in the silver?
10
So,
coppers, 1 silver.
90. Yeah, 10 coppers.
Oh, okay.
Alright,
100
let's get you
coppers
our
is
names.
10 silvers.
And you be what do you want to be called? Do you want a random name or?
Just whatever rolls your boat.
Alright, we'll get you a random one. Alright, your name is gonna be Resort. Okay.
How do you spell it?
It's K-R-A-Z-O-R-T. Resort. Resort.
Krazort.
Yes, good.
Okay.
Alright, Friska. Do you know what name you want?
Can I go with Bellinor?
How to spell it?
Bellinor.
You said B-E-L. O-H. B-E-L-H.
Belhoner.
Astaghfirullah.
Alright, Bellinor. Sure.
Thank you.
Squeak, what would you like to be called?
Stanford, like the university.
Good go. Alright. Names have been picked. You guys are pretty much ready. Except there's one more thing for Squeak. You're a spellcaster. So, you can either get 2 random spells, 2 Dungeon Master pick spells, or 1 spell of your choice. What would you like?
Random.
Random? Alright. Let's see what you get. Let me move this picture out of the way. It's a 1 and a 7. Oh wait, no. It's a 2. Alright. You got Charm Person, I think Detect Magic. Those are pretty good.
Fuck yeah.
Charm Person, you can make a friend out of an enemy. And Detect
Oh
Magic,
God. Yeah.
you find new magic
Fucking
items.
love gambling. I love gambling. Gambling man.
I am going to be your friend anyway.
Alright. So, now that that's finished, we'll get everyone else ready. We're gonna start with Dren, the Dwarven Veteran. I'm gonna find your sheet real quick, 1 moment. Okay, I found it. And then I'm gonna check if you got paid. It says... Oh, there we go. Yeah, did. Oh, looks like you deserted in your last adventure. That's why you went out of action. You were not paid.
Yeah, the power went out last
Oh, I
session.
see. Understandable. Dorna's still with us though. You have nothing to really prepare then, since you have no money. Is that fine? You should be ready to go.
Yeah, that's fine. I have all my gear from the last one.
Alright, good. Okay, let's try getting Robert ready. Roberto. So Roberto, let's see if you got paid. 53 is what you're currently at. Let me check if you got any payments. You were paid. Yeah, you were already paid out. You lost 1 arrow.
Yeah.
Your last expedition.
Mhm. I guess I'll get a. How much is a longbow?
So longbow is with 20 arrows, which you don't need. If you want, you can
Yeah.
just trade
How
in your
much?
short bow and upgrade it. It's gonna be a 20 copper difference.
A 20. Okay, I'll do that. I'll trade in my short bow and upgrade it.
Okay, longbow is afforded. You're down to 33 coppers.
Alright, and I'd like to buy a. How much is a dagger?
20 coppers.
I'll buy a dagger, and that's it.
Alright. Good to go. You're at 13 coppers.
That's
Next.
my prep.
Let's get Armadan ready. Armadan, you deserted in your last one, so you should be ready to go anyway. I'm gonna skip you. Octavius then. So Octavius, you were paid out in your last adventure. It's like made around 52 copper pieces and lost nothing else. Only made gains. Okay.
Yeah, I have 52 copies, yes. With the loot, I don't know that anybody got anything. Yeah, so I'm good, I guess.
Do you need to make any purchases?
No, not right now, no.
You're at a total of 87 coppers, by the way. I would
Yeah,
recommend,
30.
since you're a fighter,
Mm.
you should upgrade your body armor to heavy gambeson. You have no body armor at the moment.
How much would that cost me?
50 coppers. Either that or you should get the longbow if you want to do more damage.
Okay, it says here I have one spear and slingshot, but you're recommending me a longbow.
Yeah, we can get rid of your
Um,
sling and stone, or just keep that sling and stone as a sidearm, right? Because it's a one-handed missile weapon. You can get a two-handed missile weapon, which is the longbow.
um, uh, is there any game mechanics where I can invest my money in something, or is it just for purchases only?
Well, we're at a frontier settlement. What other investments do you want to make? Do you want to put money into the bank? Do you want to spend money on, uh, you know, pleasures
Any
and stuff?
familiars? Any like
You want to hire troops?
conjuring? No, some spells, I guess. Can I, or like conjuring up any familiars right there on the spot with a spell?
Do you have a spell that conjures a familiar?
Yeah.
What spell is that? You're a fighter, right? So you have no spells.
Okay.
If you wanted to play a magic
Well,
user, you can roll up a new character next time. Play a magic user.
okay. Let's just buy the armor then.
Okay. Yeah, you're never gonna have magic because you're a fighter. You might have magic items, but you're never gonna cast magic as a fighter. If you want it, yeah.
All right.
Fighter's main job is to fight. Let's see.
So one Gensen, armor.
Alright. Gambeson is 25 coppers. If you want, there's a heavy Gambeson for 50. It's better. Is that fine? Which one do you want?
Yeah, let's go for the heavy Gamson armor. Yeah. One. It's spelled Gemsen.
Gambeson. Gambeson.
All right. And now I have 32 coppers left. All right.
You were at 87 actually, so.
I have
minus 50 is
87 left.
37. Yeah. Because you
So I
earned
have
some, but you
87.
had some before as well, so.
87 left. All right. That's it, I guess. Yes. Thank you.
Alright, no one here has a retainer, right? That'll be it. So we're done with preparations. Let's take a small break. Go ahead and take 5. When you come back, we'll start the adventure.
So, Ekin, I got a question. Are you still like in Okinawa or what? Are you still in Japan?
No, I don't think so. Anyways, I'm not.
Egan's taking a break right now. He's not here.
Where is Igwe? Grant.
Yeah, what's up?
Where is the servant of the dragons? Huh? Where is your friend?
There, what are you?
The servant of the dragons, the
Well, I mean,
traitor.
first of all,
I'm
you can't
joking.
know
I'm
about
joking.
that.
Relax.
You're not able to know. You're not able to know about that because that character died.
What? I'm joking, man. Relax.
This seems like a real fun group.
Alright, guys. If you guys aren't too against it, I'm gonna try and call this session and just get us in and make as much money as possible.
No, I am against it. Yep, that's me.
That's alright. You can,
Thoroughly against it, man.
I'm a party pooper.
I'll put you on a chain on a 10-foot pole. You can walk in front of us.
Boomer, you better not kill me, bro, because I'm playing the dwarf and I'm gonna be scouting ahead.
I'm not gonna kill you.
Ayubi, you wanna die again? Don't be a hero again, huh?
You wanna get kicked out?
You wanna die?
You wanna be kicked out? I mean,
This
that's
is
all
why.
your choice.
Now you wanna kick me out, huh? Why you
I'm
wanna
not
kick
kicking
me out?
you. I'm not kicking you. The party is gonna kick you.
Okay, don't try to be a hero. If I want to kill something, don't grab me.
We don't kill party members. We kill monsters.
No, I'm not gonna kill a party member.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill
You're
the
like
monsters.
that's like
the
the edgy rogue in the group. Okay, murder hope.
We
As of
don't kill
last time
party.
you were
We don't.
aiming at a party member.
No, last time you was trying to grab me in the dark, you fucking perv.
Y'all seem like such a fun group.
Hey, guys, cut it
No,
out.
he was trying to grab me in the dark, I swear.
Hey,
No,
it's water. It's water under the bridge,
personal
guys. So let's
bias
move past this.
would stop me from
What's water on the
that's why I didn't
bridge?
go.
Is that like a UK thing?
It's already happened. Let's just move past it.
What even happened?
Just scoop the water away from the
we just
bridge.
had we had PvP during one game, so.
All I know is history repeats itself. Somebody's gonna get killed.
Well,
All I
reckon the
know
murderer is gonna
is
get
that
murdered once,
Boomer,
they're gonna do it
if
again.
Boomer's gonna lead the group, I better not die. That's all I'm saying, Boomer.
Yeah, if Boomer leads the group, somebody
I'm not
is
gonna try and
definitely
kill
gonna
you.
get killed.
I'm not gonna try and kill you. What do you mean?
I mean, Boomer,
Juan,
I
you
know
committed a
Boomer.
war crime. I exited.
No,
I killed you because you
you
committed a war
committed a war
crime.
crime back.
And hold on. And with all due respect, I know Boomer. He's a good player. He's good at this. Trust me. So is Ayubi.
I spent
Yeah.
6 hours on this game. I don't even give like 1 hour a day to my girlfriend. Like this is
Good.
yeah.
That's the preferable.
This is what I
More than his own
like.
relationship.
This is what I enjoy. I want to have fun with all of you guys, not killing each other.
Whoa, what the hell are you talking about,
exactly.
man? I'm not gay.
Yeah.
Whoa,
I am.
Not type of that fun, man. What the hell?
fun is fun.
No.
No, honestly,
No.
I've played with I've played with Boomer before and Friska, and Boomer's led before, so I know he can lead. I'm just teasing him.
I just hope we
like-
can all move past all that stuff between all that stuff. Juan.
with
I
both
hope
of-
we
with
I hope we
both
can all have a
Ayubi
great
and-
adventure today and make lots of money together. You know.
Boomer and
Amen.
Ayubi are really good players. Trust me.
I bet Dash is having fun too.
Friska,
Matter of fact, Karm is too.
what
Karm's a
kind
good
of gear
player
do you have, Friska?
Sorry, what?
Text me the gear that you have.
Matter of fact, Karm might have been. I'm pretty sure he was in the first session I ever played.
Oh my god, come
Yeah,
on.
me,
I'm not quite
Ayubi,
sure.
and Karm, we're all longtime players.
Yeah, I don't remember if he was in Stone Dogs or not.
I
but the first,
I
the
still
first one
I
ever played in
still
was
I
in
still
Stone
have my
Dogs.
level 5 character.
Dude, I
Yeah, I
feel
think
I feel just sorry for Calm's kids. Look at his names, they're all the same. Fuck, man. Be
Yeah.
creative.
Saints. I'm
You
gonna
should-
do it all
it's like
alphabet.
you're just going through the alphabet. Like, okay,
Yeah,
we're
that's what
done
I
with the
am.
B's, we're done with the C's. What's the
Yep,
next one gonna
Saint
be?
Canes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
Danes.
your break has passed. We're gonna start this adventure.
All right.
So, I'm gonna go over the members of the party just so we know who's here with us. I think we only have maybe 1 or 2 spectators, right? So, I'm gonna go over names real quick, and as I go down the list, you can tell me how you want to prepare for this expedition, whether you want to wield something, prepare any spells, or what rank you want to be in, just to speed things up. You will have a chance to discuss this if you want to change it up, but I'm just gonna ask for your initial position on preparation, right? So, we'll see. Going down the list.
That's me. Most likely.
So we're gonna start
No, it's
with
Alpha.
House Alpha, Dwarven veteran Dren.
I'm
What would
gonna
you like
be
to wield?
wielding my shield and my spear, and I'm going to be in first rank, and I'm gonna be scouting for traps since I'm a dwarf.
Good to go. All right. Do you know, dwarves or any character can carefully observe as they explore, but if you want to truly explore something or search, you have to do a detection, right? Detections take a turn, 10 minutes. So 10 minutes of careful observation, and you might be able to see something that you would not normally be able to see, right, with your bare eyes. And that means you have a 2 in 6 chance to see something that is hidden, which means it's concealed or covered, right? So seeing something that's concealed or covered is extremely difficult, and you would only be able to understand that if you took 10 minutes of your time, right, to observe for it, and you would have a 2 in 6 chance to actually spot it as a dwarf. Wisdom will affect this too. So if you've got a good wisdom, good sensibility, you will be wise, and you will have hindsight, of course, and you would understand that something's definitely there. This is like finding IEDs, right? It's not visible to plain sight, but you can have a sense that there's something definitely there. And from there, you'll have to figure
Yup,
out a way to
yup.
disable it, right? So,
I mean, I wasn't a gunner when I was an M for no reason.
alright, Alpha should
Like
know how to
I
do
go
that
to
then.
name.
Dwarf might be the best
Yep.
class for you then. It's like an EOD class. Let's see. Okay,
As long as you know the party is okay with me taking the time to play precautiously, because that's what I did as a gunner, then that's fine.
perfect. Alright, let's see. So definitely want to do it in the hot zones, right? And we're in safe areas, we can move quicker, of course. But alright, Resort is next. So, our thief here, what do you want to wield?
Yeah, let me wield the longbow and put me in the back. In the
Okay, we've
back
got
of the map.
roughly 8 men with us. We'll put you in 4th rank or 3rd. What do you think?
Whichever one is the last row, I'll say fourth.
Okay. Roberto, the veteran. What would you like to wield? This is of House Boomer.
I like to wield my spear and shield.
Good to go. What rank?
First rank.
Alright, nice. Okay. Bellhoner, the apprentice. Let's change your name from Shelley to Bellhoner. Okay. What would you like to wield?
Hello.
Hello, we can hear you, but it's Bellhoner's turn.
Okay.
First guy, are you with us? What do you want to wield?
Longbow, third ring.
Alright, Tens, the apprentice. What would you like to wield?
Sling. Fourth
Oh,
ring.
4th rank? Good. Thank you. Stand for the medium. What would you like to wield? I'll fix your name too.
I'll just take my knife and spellbook.
A knife and spellbook.
Do I
Okay.
wield my do I wield my spellbook, or is it just
You
like
don't need
kinda...
to wield it. It's just required so you can load your spell, right? Memorize it.
Okay.
So you don't need to wield it. You could just have your, what was it? What'd you say out? You can have your pull out or your sling out lantern
Yeah, I have my sling in apparently.
Just a sling?
Yeah, sling in my thing. Yeah, just a sling.
Okay. What rank would you like to be in?
I don't know who. Uh, Boomer, what rank do you want me to be in?
Wherever you want. You
I'll
can be
First,
wherever you
go.
second,
want.
third, fourth. We have no one in second yet.
Yeah, I'll go. I'll go. Probably third. So I'm going
Third.
range.
Good to go. And what spell do you want to memorize between your two spells?
I can only memorize one.
Your level 1.
Detect magic.
Alright, good to go. Octavius, the veteran, what would you like to wield?
The shield and the spear. But I wanna also ask, like, is anybody in the front? Does anybody have a torch?
Not quite. Not quite
I
yet.
can provide torches.
I have a torch, but I'm not gonna have it lit.
Because we need one torch at least in the front.
Well, we can assign a torchbearer.
All right, yeah. So
If
I'm in the
we if we have one
front.
if we have one in the middle, rank 2, that's fine because I'm playing a dwarf and I will be able to see further out anyways. But I
All
mean, if
right,
we can have somebody in the front, that would help even more.
yeah. So, well, okay, we can decide that later. But I'm in the front rank with this shield and the spear.
Good to go. So later, of course, one of those 3 shield spearmen would have to switch one of their weapons out for a torch. Armadon, the veteran, what would you like to wield?
Shield and the spear. And I would like to be on the first rank, but these people, you know.
There's
Okay,
too
let
many
me be on the
people there.
first rank
You
as
can be in
well.
second.
Okay, why not?
There's no one in second rank yet. Okay. So you're ready to replace them if need be.
Yeah.
Alright,
I'm in the second rank. Yeah, that's it.
good to go. Just a fair warning to everyone, some of the players here are considered chaotic and therefore are only allowed a half share, right? Or are you only have to pay them half shares, right? Until they prove that they're not chaotic anymore. So,
Yeah.
let's see. Yeah, a few of you are chaotic, so you're only entitled to
What do you
half shares.
what do you mean?
Chaotic
What
for
do you
no
mean
reason, I
chaotic?
must say.
Desertion is a crime, right? If you desert your party while the party is actively adventuring, that's a liability. So if the majority of the party said to hold the line, and there was a chance that they would win the battle because they held the line, and you broke rank, therefore causing everyone else to die, you know, that's a crime, right? Like you abandoned your comrades to left them to die. So you would lose reputation. You would become chaotic, not trusted, right? Because your one action, not paying attention, whatever it was, caused everyone else to die.
Okay, so nobody chaotic in the front line. Then got it.
Not recommended, but if you put them in the front, they have a chance to prove themselves not chaotic, right? So they
Okay.
can hold the
Okay.
line.
Yeah.
All right. So now we know. Let's now, of course, you guys can freely choose to give chaotic characters a full share if you want, but they're only required half a share. Let's see. And then lawful characters, of course,
Right.
are encouraged to lead, so because they're trusted.
Should we go ahead and recap the marching order
Sure. At the
for
front, leading
everybody?
the way is going to be Dren the dwarf, Roberto the veteran, and Octavius the veteran. Everyone else is following. Do we need to know the second and third, fourth rank?
Yeah, just so everybody remembers.
Okay. The second rank consists of just Armadon the veteran, and the third rank, Stanford the medium, and Belhorner the apprentice are there. And the fourth rank, covering our rear, is Taints the apprentice, and Grisort the apprentice are the youths.
All right.
Alright. That's it. Let's push ahead then. So let's see. We are currently in Camp Sertanki. It's late June. It's summertime right now. If you're 15, late in the summer or the middle of summer really. And usually, of course, like most adventuring groups, they're headed toward Castle Renebesor. But before we can set out, you must actually decide and agree on a goal. where do you guys plan to travel, right? Or what do you plan to do? Are we all on board with Castle Ruin Investor, or are there other ideas?
I'm down for Castle Ruin. That's where all the treasures
Yeah,
at.
Castle Ruins. Yeah.
All right. So it sounds like majority of you, or a
Yeah, we
couple
can
of
do
you, are on
Castle
board.
Ruins.
Castle Ruin Investor. Okay. So the travel, the course travel there is the usual route is to follow the river northwest, the rugged plains, swamps, and forested hills. Those forested hills are the final stop. That's where the ruins are. This is a roughly 12-mile journey. If you force march it, you'll get there, and I highly recommend you do. The less time you spend in the wilderness and at a camp, uh, less chance of an encounter, of course. The camp will sometimes encounter monsters, but it's a well-defended position, right? So if it is attacked, they'll be ready to defend it. Defending a position is a lot easier than attacking or being attacked in the open, right? So, okay, so let's march. Very simply put, you'll be forced marching. By the time you get there, you'll be resting. You'll be taking a position. You'll be taking a or doing your part to help maintain the camp until that or once that time is passed, you will be able to begin your own delve into the depths below Castle Ruin Store, right? Whether that be the caverns or the ruins themselves, and then eventually maybe if you're lucky and skillful enough, you might get into the actual dungeon, right? All right, the dice were rolled. Nothing was encountered on the way there. A calm and peaceful summer march through rugged plains, through the jungle of a swamp, and the forested hills, right? A 12-hour shift today. You've marched a total of 12 miles on foot through all that terrain, despite the trouble it might have caused you. Your feet are sore, um, you're sweaty, you're dirty, and you're gonna take some time to rest. You're gonna take a whole day to rest and recover. As this time passes, uh, do we need to talk about or do anything else? Otherwise, we're gonna try to get through this time very quickly. Pass it or skip it.
Uh, just on a side note, Squig, I can hear that bubbling, so can you not do that?
My bad.
You're good.
When you got there, the evening shift was calm, night shift was calm. The following day was your rest day. You needed to take a whole day to rest and to, of course, pay back the camp since they helped shelter you, feed you, and house you and all that. So, or take care of you, right? Let you rest. So now you're doing your part at the camp, whether you have day shift or evening shift or night shift. The time will pass, and the following day you'll begin your adventure. During the day, nothing occurred. In the evenings, hours, animals were spotted, a patrol was sent out to go hunt them down. The food supply was restocked. At night, the night passed calm. It was a normal summer night. And the following morning, you had breakfast at the camp, and you're ready to begin your delve. A lot of you are now ready to go. At this point, all that's left to choose is if you have nothing else to discuss or do, we just have to pick the way we want to enter. You can enter Castle Ruin Ebestor's dungeon by going through either the caverns, the ruins, or some other method you might have in mind. But those are the two usual methods.
The caverns sound like the best idea. What do you guys think?
Cavern is good.
Yeah, we've been there before.
Yeah.
Alright.
You almost got there, yeah.
Your leaders have decided we're headed to the caverns, and it doesn't sound like anyone's objecting toward this. So we're led toward the entrance. It's a 30-foot wide entrance, 10 feet deep. To the east, you see cave rocks. To the west, cave rocks. And north, the cavern continues into a cavernous tunnel, 8 to 10 feet tall, 8 to 10 feet wide. As for how far it goes, it's hard to tell yet, because it's gonna get dark. We're gonna need torches at this point. So, who will volunteer to light torches or lanterns or candles or whatever else you might have?
I'll give out. I'll give out
I'll write
torches.
one. I'll light one.
Stanford lights one. Okay. Are you gonna bear the light then, Stanford, from the rear?
Yeah, probably. I'll bear rear light.
Okay. Good to go. -1 torch. Anyone else?
I'll give a torch to the front, I guess. Whoever wants to wield it.
Resort lit a torch and passed it up forward.
I'll wield it if the other two frontliners can protect me while I'm scouting for traps.
Yeah. Also, if there's ever combat, you can always fall back to second rank and swap out.
With Armadon, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So when we're done, you
I'm
gotta pay
fine with
attention
that.
and be ready to push forward if Dren falls back, right? Let's see.
Just remember to keep that torch up, Dren, in combat, because if you drop it, we can't see.
Dren, do you want shield
Yeah,
and
yeah.
torch or do you want spear and torch? I would recommend spear
I'll
and torch.
do. Yeah, I'm gonna do Spirit Torch. That way I can at least fight back somewhat.
Hmm.
And you can still
And
prod with
and
the.
I would use it to prod.
Yeah, and if you
Exactly.
do need that defense or that shield, you just have to fall back, and Abaddon would be able to protect you with his. He would cover you. Okay. All right, let's advance.
10-4.
So, do you want to advance northwest into the western side of the cave entrance, northeast, or directly north? Which way?
Directly north.
North.
Okay.
Directly north.
You're now in a cavernous tunnel. It's 8 to 10 feet wide, 8 to 10 feet tall. Toward the east, you see a small collapse, a hole roughly 1 foot wide. There's nothing really in it at this time, just a few insects. It smells like swamp in here. It stinks, but nothing else. Further north, the cavern continues into a 10-foot intersection. It's its western half, the wall there, seems like it's been dug up. Something's been removed from that wall, right? Lots of damage to it. Other than this, you can kind of see a few more cracks under that wall, water dripping down from that area. And then toward the east, you see an alcove. This is a chamber open to the tunnel. There's no walls parting it or dividing it between the tunnel and that chamber, of course. Further north, the tunnel continues. Which
Yeah,
way?
we'll be careful going past that wall. And Dren, I think now you should start prodding.
Yeah,
we
I'm
should
gonna go ahead and do that.
Yeah, prod the thing.
Yeah, he's gonna prod, and we're just gonna keep going north.
Okay.
Wait. You wanna go into the alcove?
No, we're going north, past the alcove.
Oh, okay.
The alcove is east. We're going north.
Yep. All right, let's keep going.
Alright, exploring north. We're prodding carefully. Okay. We have made our way through this area, and as we pass through, suddenly from the crack emerges a few giant centipedes. Their heads pop out. They're curious of what has gone over their position. This is they come out when third rank is basically passing them by, right? So the rear is being potentially attacked. Their reaction to your party is neutral though. They're just kind of poking their heads out, just curious of the situation. Third rank and fourth rank, you're first to interact with this. So starting with Belholner and Stanford, what is your reaction to these giant centipedes sticking their heads out of the crack? This crack is in the western wall. Do you guys want to ignore them, pass them by? What do you want to do? You want to stop and discuss?
I'm just gonna like ready myself for combat, but not do. I'm not gonna attack them or anything.
For sure. Yeah, your torch between you and them, keeping them at bay. Beholner, you want to pass too? Or something else?
I just want to watch them and keep on going.
Alright, you keep your eye on them, moving forward. Does the rear guard, 4th rank, want to try anything against them? Or shall we continue?
We'll just pass by. I'm fine.
Pass by. And our leadership at the front. The party does seem to get startled by something popping out of the west wall. Do you want to continue forward, or do you want to stop to discuss the situation? What do you want to do? Keep going?
Continue forward.
Okay.
Yeah, before.
Alright, we move forward. We're approaching what appears to be a pool in this next part of the tunnel. This is a 10-foot long tunnel, in the middle of which there's a 3-foot pool of still water. Looks like it's covered in debris. All this kind of nasty cave gunk.
You said steel water?
Still water. So it's just unmoving
still.
water.
Okay, my bad.
Very
We
dirty
just go
water.
around it.
You go around the pool and you continue further north, past it. Alright, well just before you can pass the area, or get through this tunnel, there is something up ahead. As you're pushing forward, at the end of the tunnel, you see, lying on the ground is a handful of men. They are just corpses of men, roughly, let's see, just 3 corpses. Yeah, it looks like there was a sign of struggle given their positions. One sprawled up against the wall, one's on the floor, and one's on top of the other, right? Just collapsed.
Right.
They're being feasted upon by these giant grasshopper-like creatures or cricket-like creatures, right? These cricket-like creatures chewing into them. There's maggots all over them, and all kinds of bugs, right? It stinks. So
Alright, we're
you
gonna make
approach
a
this.
firing line.
Alright, as soon as your light touches these creatures that are munching on them, there's a total of 4 of these giant grasshopper-like creatures. Uh, they immediately, let's see the response to your party. They immediately take off fleeing. They just kind of scream and take off north. Some of them might scream. I'm gonna roll percentile, see if any of these scream. Yeah, at least one of them screamed. So they screech, giving off your position, right? They screech like or locusts, pretty much. It's very loud though. So screams and they shriek and they just jump out of the way, right? Going further into the cave, leaving the corpses. Corpses are covered in maggots, like I said before, and they're wearing armor like Gamecians or Gamecians, helmets and such. Looks like another band of adventurers that never made it out. Other than this, you do see one of them is carrying a sack of treasure, right? Or was holding onto it until he dropped it. Not really a sack, it's a satchel. But spilled out of the satchel is tons of coins. Green coins.
Alright. I'm gonna ask Taines to go fetch it while we cover him.
Alright,
Can
I'm gonna go
can I
fetch the
go up
sack.
to? Wait, hold on. Can I detect magic?
Sure. So.
Yeah, let him do.
Yeah, before I head out and go get the sack, I'm gonna let him cast, and then I'll go get the sack.
Yeah, let me detect magic on this.
Right.
You wanna go get the coin?
Alright.
Okay,
So,
go by yourself, man.
We're about to send him, but we stopped to discuss the situation, right? The party is halted. We're discussing it, and Stanford volunteers or pushes forward to do his job. He requests, of course, to cast detect magic. He's about to do it. No one's stopping him.
Yep.
This is before we send
do it.
Taines, so.
Let him do it.
Alright. You've casted detect magic over the area. You see one glowing object. It's barely visible. It's in it's just a bare minimum light glowing out of something. It is coming from a scabbard under one of these corpses.
I see. Can I go up and take whatever's out of the scabbard? Is it like a dagger? Is it a sword? What?
Alright, Stanford approaches it.
Alright.
You should.
At this point, we'll send Taines up also, and the party's gonna make a firing line just to cover them in case something pops out.
I'm gonna take out my 10-foot pole and I'm gonna try to push the bodies separately if they're on top of each other or whatever. To see if anything's gonna come out of the corpse.
You want to push them before you guys close the distance?
Yeah, I'm just a 10-foot pole I have.
Alright. He's prodding at them. Is this fine with you, Stanford? He kind of stops you, holds you back, and starts poking at them. Is this okay with you? Or do you want to push ahead?
Yeah, can I just push ahead and just grab the...
Alright.
I just want to pull it out.
He pushed ahead anyway, right? So you prod them, he pushes ahead. As he reaches down, the skeleton rolls over, right? Drawing the weapon and slashes toward him, right? So they are undead. He walked over it, see if he's, rolled over and swung the sword at him. I'm gonna give you initiative here. If you have initiative, then you can back off. If you can't, or if you don't, then it slashes at you as you reach for the sword.
You should have.
Alright, you had initiative. So it swung at you. Still a chance for it to miss. And you dodged it, barely. You kind of stagger back. All 3 of them start to step up, or get up, right? They climb, or they stand up under their feet, right? Bunch of skeletal warriors, right? Covered in armor. Okay, as they rise, did you guys want to open fire? But keep in mind, between you and them is Stanford. He's falling back, so do you want to hold fire until he gets back? Or do you guys want to light up the area?
No, I think the front ranker should push forward and let Stanford come back.
Okay, you guys push forward, spear wall, and you have to open ranks, of course, to let him through. So only 2 of you. One of you steps out of the way, so there's only 2 of you at the front, so that Stanford can fall back in line. And as Stanford is falling back in line, of course, these things kind of go after him, right? They rolled over, swung at him. The other 2 got up with their weapons. One has a battle axe. One has a sword. That sword, in the eyes of Stanford at least, was glowing. The other one has a mace in 2 hands, right? So,
All right.
a pole mace.
Mm-hmm.
All right, they are advancing, and you guys close with them with your spear wall. Um, let's see. Before you could, or you guys are on the ready, right? So as they were getting up, of course, you advanced, you pushed, but only two of you could push because you had to leave space for Stanford to fall back. And therefore, it will
Mm-hmm.
say that the one with the torch does not push ahead, right? The other two with the shield and
Exactly.
spear will push ahead. Is that fine?
Yep.
Mm,
Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
that's fine.
that means the ones pushing ahead to engage the enemy is going to be Roberto and, of course, Octavius in this tight space. Tight space is good for
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
them, not
Yeah.
good for our party because we're limited on who can attack. They of course, are tunneling you
Mm-hmm.
guys, so they have kind of the advantage here to some extent.
Okay.
You cannot
Yeah, I want
surround.
to do an
Yep.
action.
Did I drop my lantern?
As all of this is happening,
Oh,
no, you didn't. Well, Stanford, you did not have a lantern, but you did have to drop something kind of as you reached for the sword. So you probably dropped your sling at the time. So you dropped the sling to reach for the sword.
No.
Or I'll say there was enough time
Stanford
for you to
can.
put one weapon away before we advanced. So you probably put your sling away. Um,
Yeah. I
we were
dropped the
not in
lantern
combat
then.
at that time, so plenty of time
yeah,
to get
I
ready.
can.
Do you have another action other than standing by, Armadon? What do you want to try to do?
I want to rush towards the skeletons and act like a hero, and boom, fight with the shield and the spear.
Okay, are you sure about this? Because we just opened ranks so that he can fall back. If you push forward, he can't enter the ranks, right? You're keeping him between you and the spear line and the monsters, right? He'll be in between.
Yeah, he needs to
You,
first
you
come
You still
said
back,
want to
and
do
you.
this,
then you can
Armadon?
go.
Excuse me, referee.
Yeah.
What
On the
rank am I?
second rank.
Since I was using that 10-foot pole.
Uh, Tains, you're in the 4th rank. You weren't using your 10-foot pole.
Oh.
Oh no, wait. You're in the
I'm
very
in the
front,
second
actually.
rank.
Sorry. Tains was sent ahead. Yeah. Tains, you're in the very front. But you're falling.
But
You're being pulled back right
yeah.
now. They're pulling you back
Yeah.
into
Yeah,
second
yeah.
rank. Because second rank goes
Okay.
empty for the most part, except for Armadon. So in second rank right now, of course, we know that Dren fell back, right? So that we can make space for our men to fall back. So Dren fell back, of course, and of course, you would fall back then, Tains, right? Because you were already at the front. So you step back behind the shield wall. And of course, if Armadon pushes forward, then the shield wall is closed. Unless you pass the shield wall, of course. So
No,
Armadon,
no, no, I
do
wanna,
you, what's your
yeah, I
move?
wanna
Okay, one
lock
move.
up with the shield wall.
I don't usually ask if you're sure, but you want to close in? Okay, so you close the shield wall, you want to join them, or do you want to go past them and charge the enemy?
I wanna join the shield wall. Okay.
Okay, you join the shield wall. You keep Stanford from rejoining the party then. And Stanford, as you're kind
Oh
of
no
going
no no
toward the
no no.
party, the enemy, of course, they stand up and they had their weapons, and they weren't in the spear range quite yet. But you get in the way of course, one of the spearmen, right? So you're in the way of one of the spearmen. Are you in the way of Armadon? Are you in the way of, or who do you want to be in front of, Stanford? Because there's three of them in the front. There's Grisort, or not Grisort. There's Roberto, Octavius, and Armadon. So who are you in front of?
Octavius.
Octavius? So Octavius has to pull you in, right? But Octavius,
Got
he's
it.
in your way, right? You might have to grab him and pull him, push forward and pull him, back behind you. That will have to be your move if you don't want to, if you don't want him to get attacked, of course. So,
All right.
is that fine with you, Octavius? You're gonna pull him back?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay. So, what would happen is you basically swap places with him. You step forward, pull him where you were standing, and throw him, back to where you were standing, and of course engage the enemy. You won't be able to attack this round though. Instead, you pull them back, and the enemy move forward. So one of them were not stopped. One of them pushed toward Octavius to swing on him as he was pulling a guy back. Since of course Armadon stepped forward and did not allow the easy, maneuvering. Armadon, you stepped forward. As you stepped forward, the enemy closed. Your position. Let's see. As the enemy closed, there was three of them pushing, and of course the only one at the time that had the spear ready, right, and braced against their charge was of course then Roberto. The others will pass the spear line. So Roberto, you can only hold two at a time, so you can attack two of them at a time. So you can keep two at bay, but one will push past the spear line, so your spears become utterly useless, because they'll be too close, right? So, which two did you want to keep at bay?
I'll stop one with the sword, the one with the. I think both of them are using swords, so I just stopped the two swords ones.
Stop the two swords? Okay.
Yep.
Alright, so you went for the swords. There's there's no two swords. There's one with the pole mace, one with the battle axe, and one with the sword. So which one?
Wow.
Oh, okay. Axe and sword.
The axe and sword. Okay. Your first attack was against the axe. 11. What's
One.
your strength?
+1.
Alright. Let's see. Our enemy have. Let's see. Armor class. Okay, they've got helmets on. They've got uh, heavy gambesons on. And that's about it. Some of them, yeah, they don't have any shields. So they're taking their weapons in two hands. So they got, again, helmets and heavy gambesons. Armor class total is. We're going up against AC 3 right now. So again, what's your strength? You said 13?
It's 15 +
15
1.
plus 1. 12. It's a miss. We're up against AC 3. Okay.
I at
Second
least told
roll.
him though.
Nat 20. Alright, you hit the one with the sword at
Okay,
the very
there we go.
least.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. The damage.
D6. Yeah.
6. Yeah, spear. 6 damage.
+1.
Plus 1, 7. And we're going up against 2 hit die skeletons. Fewer of them, but higher hit dice. Alright, pretty good hit. You almost took him out.
Alright.
7 damage.
Okay.
Okay. So these are skeleton warriors. Alright. Your attack is done. After that, of course, so we saw movements, right? Armadon pushed forward, they pushed against him, and as he pushed toward the front, he also was able to keep 2 at bay as well with his spear, because he pushed. So, pushed forward and kept up to 2 at bay. Armadon, these are your targets. You know, target the sword, the battle axe, or the pole mace. The only one that is not kept at bay yet is the pole mace. So if you don't choose that one, he will close, and he will get a chance to attack on one of our guys.
The pole mace then.
Can you go for the pole mace? Alright. And actually, even if you do go for the pole mace, he's already moved forward. Unfortunately, because he's moved forward, the pole has reach, right? So he can still bash against, of course, our fighter at the front. So that's what he's actually doing right now. I'm going to check the initiative. I never checked it. So what side has initiative? The enemy actually have initiative. So before you even close the distance to stab into him, Octavius was pounded. They swing with 2 attacks as well, as if they were fighters in their past lives. Alright. The warrior hits once at least, I think. What's your armor class, Octavius? What armor do you wear?
The heavy gamson.
Just a heavy gamson? Nothing else? Do you
Yeah,
have a helmet?
and light helmet. Yeah.
What's your
Minus
dex?
3. AC is 6 at the moment. Not as good as their AC. What's your dexterity?
It's 11.
11? Okay, you also have a shield. We'll let your shield protect you too.
Oh,
So AC 5.
yeah, I was sure.
Alright, so this first one that attacked scored a 13 so far against AC 5. These are 2 hit die monsters. Let me check if they've got a +1 to hit. They do have a +1 to hit. So it hit you on the dot. It almost missed. If it was a 1 hit die, it would have missed.
Can I re-roll that, Ekin?
Okay, just that one, right? Or
Yep.
the old school adventure roll.
Yep.
Alright. You scream
Give
you scream Octavius' name, right, hoping that it will save him. But let's see if it does. Right. There's a character you did not want to see die. So you can use your roll. Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't deserve to die for someone else's stupidity.
Alright, rolling.
He died.
Nat 20, he's hit still. Alright. The damage is 1 damage.
Oh.
Okay. How many hit points do you have, Octavius?
I'm not sure. Like, how do I check?
In your sheet. I should have told you when you first created your character. Let's see. I'll
All I
double check.
remember is you saying 4 plus 2 equals 6.
Yep, you have 60 points total. You have 5 out of 6 now.
Okay. Okay.
A light wound to you. Alright. The pole mace is pretty heavy. It whacks you in the shoulder, but only kind of glances against your shoulder instead. Right. Let's see. Okay. As he was hit, of course, the others were kept at bay and could not take their swings on our party, fortunately. Just as soon as that happened, of course, here comes Armadon's stabs. Armadon's 2 stabs with the spear. Very intense moment, right? But here he goes. Armadon, who's your target? You have 3 targets available.
Oh, so I can stab 2 at a time or only 1?
You can stab. You have 2 attacks because you're a fighter, so you can do 1 for twice, or you can do 2 for 1. Does that make sense?
Can you
I
get
want to
the
attack the
guy?
battle axe. Yeah, I want to attack the battle axe guy twice.
Okay. Even though I warned you that the other one. Okay, never mind.
Can you wait?
Rolling.
Okay.
2 misses. 5 and 2. Alright. He thrust his spear at that position and missed twice. Who was that? Who had a question?
I was just saying, I was just saying that if he could attack the guy that was attacking me, but
It's too
it's
late,
okay
yeah.
now.
I told him earlier the pole mace was not attacked, right? But I guess he forgot or didn't hear. So,
Mm.
not paying attention, right? So he goes
I
for the
missed
X.
twice?
The only one that wasn't attacked that round was the pole mace, right? So, the pole mace, of course, stepped forward, swung his pole mace around, and batted at, of course, Octavius. Managed to glance him. Okay. Melee just got completed. Right there, right? I forgot to check the backlines. The second rank. Second rank can also see the enemy position. So this was Armadon only, right? Okay, third and fourth. Unfortunately, because we're in a tunnel, you can't do much. You can't see. You can't really do much back here. So unless the party doesn't, unless we fall back to the intersection, that's where we're gonna have the advantage because there's gonna be more space for everyone to fight. Right now we're in a choke point, so the enemy have the advantage in a choke point naturally. If we're in the open, you guys could easily surround them and everyone can attack. But we're not. We're in a tunnel. So tunnel fighting with a large group is bad, right? You guys would have the downhill advantage, or you would have the disadvantage against them. They have the advantage because not all of you can hit the
How
walls.
far are we from the opening and behind us?
If we fall back, we're only about 5 to 10 feet. So in one maneuver, if we all fall back at once, at the same time, carefully fall back,
Yeah.
1 or 2 rounds, we should all be in
Yeah.
position to lead them to
Okay.
an open space.
Deacon, did you skip Dren because he has a spear and I have a
Dren
question.
backed off, and as he backed off, he could stab at any enemies that were close enough. And none of the enemies
Okay,
were
I would,
close enough
yeah.
because they were kept at bay for the most part. The mace,
Oh.
the mace skeleton, of course, swung from a distance. If he closed in,
Oh,
we would be able to hit the
okay.
mace one.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for clearing that up.
So,
Yep.
and my
He's got
currently
a pole
HP is
mace.
5.
Who? Oh yeah.
Oh,
Activities are at 5 of 6.
okay.
Okay, you're
I
still alive.
say I've a proposition. Like, can we hold formation because the other guy in the front he took out 2 guys, right? Or at least
Yeah, we
damaged
could
them.
just hold the line. We have 3 capable men up here in the front, but we'll see. Okay, well, we cannot discuss though. We're in combat. Discussion is the
Okay.
action, right? So if you discuss,
Okay.
the enemy are not going to let you just discuss in front of them. So that's our one warning. All right, going down the list, everyone will get to choose their next action. Whether you pass, whether you fall back, whether you choose to push an attack, it's your choice. But be quick, be ready when it's your turn. Right? We're declaring actions. So Dren, you're in the second rank at the moment. You fell back, torch and spear, and no enemies are within range at the moment. So what's your move? You want to just hold the line, or your choice?
I'm going to tell people that we should fall back, and I'm going to try to make my way back.
Okay. You scream, fall back, right? And you're falling back to the south then. Resort, your action. You're in the fourth rank. Can't do much from back here.
Sure.
Fall back.
I'll fall back.
All right. Roberto, you're in the front. Do you want to hold the line for now? Or do you want to start to fall back?
Fighting withdrawal.
Yep, so fighting withdrawal means you move at half speed. So those who are falling back that are not engaged in the melee, you will be able to reposition immediately. But those who are falling back carefully, it will take you 2 rounds to fully retreat. Does that make sense? To fully get into position, because you're moving at half speed. So Roberto, You can either turn tail and run into a new position. If you do that, of course, the enemy will have advantage to hit you. Or you can just carefully fall back.
What happened? What happened?
Carefully fall back.
Carefully. All right, fighting withdrawal. Fighting withdrawal to the south. All right, Belholner. You're in the third rank. You can't see much from back here. Do you want to fall back? Belholner?
I want to fall back.
Okay. As we fall back, we're going to see that we can either fall back east into the alcove or further south into the intersection, right? Therefore, we can flank from two different directions. We can attack from the south or the east. Let's see. So, Belholner is currently moving south, of course. Tains, are we falling back or something else?
We falling back.
Okay. All right, Stanford, you were able to be pulled back before you were, fortunately Octavius pulled you in, so you were not slaughtered by a pull mace. You're back in the ranks. Do you want to start a fall back to the south or something else? Or do you want to?
Yeah, I'll just fall back.
Okay. All right, and Octavius, your move.
It depends on the other two.
We know that Roberto is falling. He's doing a fighting withdrawal, Roberto. So he's carefully falling back to move at half speed.
And what about the other? What about
Armadon? We're not sure yet.
Armadon? Yeah.
What do you do? That's what matters here. You won't know what they do until you do what you do, right?
I'll fall back as well.
Okay, fighting withdrawal or a full retreat? The difference is, fighting withdrawal you can fight back. Full retreat, you're gonna be able to reposition completely, but you're turning your back to the enemy, so they can attack you from the rear.
No, it's gonna be a partial thing.
Okay, fighting withdrawal. Good to go.
No, not the fight. I'm not gonna be on my back. Yeah.
Yeah. It's fighting withdrawal, so you're stabbing as you fall back, or keeping them at bay. Armadon, what's your move?
Yeah, I'm stabbing while falling back.
Alright, you fall back. Fighting withdrawal as well. Alright, everyone has declared their actions. Let's go over the sequence, starting with missile attacks. For those who do have missile weapons out, who are near the front kind of, such as Tains, you're kind of actually near the front still, so I'll let you, if you want, as they're falling back, to carefully fall back with them. Get one shot off with your sling. Do you want that? If you do this, of course, you won't be able to fall back with the rest of the party. You'll be falling back with the front line. So you're still behind them, but you're not gonna run back. You're just gonna sling stones from behind them as you fall back. Make sense? You get a pot shot as you fall back.
Change, you're muted.
Do you want this? Otherwise, I'm gonna go with your original plan, moving south.
Darn.
This is an opportunity. All right, you're just gonna fall back then. Fully fall back. You lost the shot. Everyone else, you're moving back. We're now in movement phase, so you all were able to move back mostly successfully. Let me check the initiative of the enemy. The enemy have the initiative this round as they fight in formation. They were able to push ahead. As we fall back, we can keep them in our spear line. So those with the sword, that with the actually no, if they have the initiative, they close. So yeah, they would close, of course, against your spear line. So they move first, then you would move. So, but you're locked into melee. So the only kinds of movement available are fighting withdrawals or full retreats. So the enemy that did push, they would close, right? The close quarter ones, the sword and axe, close the distance against the front spear line. So that's Stanford, and of course, Roberto, right? So you guys got closed in with. You're in close combat now against shield or against the spear, or no, the sword and the axe one. The pole mace continues to swing from a distance, but we did fall back successfully to some extent. The enemy did close, so as we fell back roughly 5 feet, the enemy closed and kept up with us and are swinging. So our spears have become useless against the enemy front line. They had the initiative, so we weren't able to really keep them at bay. They moved, we moved. They moved on us, we moved on them. Or yeah, they closed. So next, they did close, and you guys were stabbing
We're
as they
able to stab
close.
as they're, yeah, as they're closing. I was gonna stab.
Yeah, because you're moving back. You still got space. So you'll get one more attack off. We'll say, because they were at the spears. They move forward. You move back. Um, but then you're only moving a certain amount of distance back. We'll give you one more attack as they are closing. Pretty much, I think. That's how we'll do it. They have the initiative though, so let me double check the rules right here. If they move forward, you move back, but you can't move back because you're in melee. So you have to spend the next round declaring another move. So they close. They will attack. So they'll get an attack off before you can fall back again and move. So, because they have the initiative.
Wait, who's in the spear line again?
Armadon, Roberto, and Stanford. So the enemy have initiative here, so they get their attacks off before we do. And then we fall back and stab. So, here's the enemy attack. As we were pushing back, they may pushed forward and swung on us. The Axeman went for Roberto. 2 swings on Roberto. Nat 20 and a 2. 1 hit. Damage. 1 point of damage.
I have 1 hit point. I have 1 hit point. You can.
Saving throw versus death. Success. Let's see where you were hit. We'll say. Let me check my notes real quick, or the rules. There is a written ruling here. I posted. If you do get killed. Alright, 4 and 6 is appendage, 2 to 3 is body, 1 is a head. Alright, you lose a body part, an appendage. Okay, it swung its axe and chopped off your left arm. You're on your knees, blood is bursting or squirting out of your arm, right? Spurting out of it. You're downed. You lost your left arm. Roberto's left arm has been hacked off.
Thanks, Juan. All right, yeah, that's fine. Didn't need it anyway. It was slowing me down.
You're still at 1 hit point though, but you've lost an arm. And it says when you lose an appendage, you'll get a saving throw every minute. So after a minute will pass, you make another save to see if you bled out and died. Okay. Let's see. Alright. After this, it's going to be... So that was Roberto. It's going to be Armadon's turn. Armadon, you fell back, but the enemy pushed forward and had the advantage and swung. This is the one with the magic sword, right? Okay. Let's see what kind of magic sword this is real quick. Okay. Rolling. Total bonus plus 2, 16 to hit. What's your armor? Armadon?
I think I have a helmet and a shield and spear. That's it.
Light helmet, shield. Okay. Minus 2 bonus total. AC 7. You're hit. So you hit once. Let's see if you hit twice. Alright. You only hit once. Okay. So, 1 miss, 1 hit. Damage is 8 plus 1. 9 points of damage. Saving throw versus death. Alright. It's a pass. Let's see where you're hit. You're hit in the face. Or the neck. Right?
Yeah, I'm dead.
So he
I'm very
grazed your
dead.
neck. He ripped open your neck. Blood is spurting out of your neck right now. You've got a grazed neck.
Yeah, I'm decapitated.
Not quite. If you fail to save, you would be decapitated, but you passed. So you're slowly dying. Every round, you'll make a save to see if you stay alive. You could survive this fight potentially. If someone saves you. You can also just give up.
Yeah, okay, let's see.
Grazed neck, wounded in action. Blood is spurting out of there. As long as you keep pressure on that wound, you might get saved. Same thing with the arm. If you keep pressure on your arm, you could get saved. If you don't, you give up and die, right? You bleed out. So, Blood is spurting out of your neck. You fall on your knees. Your hands go toward your neck to keep the blood from shooting out, right? And the other one swung its pull mace on our defender Octavius, who of course fell back, tried to spear at them, but of course the enemy had the advantage here. So before he could get his two thrusts at the enemy was already beating his shield down with its pull mace. Let's see if it lands a hit. Nat 20 and 11 plus 2, 13. He has a pretty decent armor though. Octavius, what's your armor?
It's a heavy gamson.
Heavy gamson, shield, and helmet, right? Light helmet. Total bonus minus
Light
4,
helmet.
armor class 5. Therefore, the 11 is going to miss, despite the bonus. It was 13 actually total, so 13 plus 5. Yeah, it missed by 1 point, I think. Yeah, missed by 1 point. So, I already added the hit die bonus too. So you survive one of the hits, but the other hit landed and dealt you pull mace damage. 7 points of damage. Saving throw versus death. Passed. You're still alive somehow. It caved in your skull. You've got a fractured skull. If you survive this, you will have brain damage.
Alright. So, what's my HP now?
1 of 6, still alive. Blood spurting out of the top of your skull.
Okay, so I'm down to 1 HP.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
1 of 60 points wounded in action. Alright. Things are not looking hot for our front line. The front line is demolished, pretty much. They're all on their knees, bleeding out, collapsing to the ground. Everyone else was able to fall back and create a firing line, or, of course, a new spear wall. Okay, things are not looking too great, but at least everyone else is not lined up for death, right? So I'm gonna give you guys one more chance. You can all, at this point, ready yourselves for combat, or you can clearly retreat, right? Fall back to the south. We have no cleric in our party, so that guy we can't be saved miraculously, right? No one can pray for us today. So it's Roberto, your leader. He's down. He can't make a call. So next in line is anyone who's still with us, like Dren, everyone else. What do we think? Are we gonna retreat? Are we gonna hold our ground?
I would tell people to retreat to the south so we can have a better chance at flanking them and overpowering them instead of trying to hold them down in the hallway.
Right. Now the situation is clear. Like you guys who are able to actually back up and get into that position, you can either. So we're already in position. Some of you are in the alcove east, like just lined up in the alcove, not like in the sandpit or anything, but ready in the alcove. Some of you are toward the south, or maybe all of you are toward the south. But basically, we can either hold the line here, right, get into our positions to fight these guys, or we can fully retreat. If you fully retreat, no one else will die today. But of course, we'll cut our losses off, and we'll lose a few brothers and all their equipment. So are we gonna stand and fight?
How many undead is it?
It's 3, but they're
3.
warriors, right? These are a lot tougher than any other skeleton most adventurers have faced. They're fewer numbers, but they're tougher. There's 3.
Oh damn. We might have if we can have the rangers shoot their attacks first, we might be able to take them out.
Okay, so I'm gonna go down the list. If you want to hold the line, you'll tell me where you want to stand for this fight. If you don't, I'll let you have a chance to retreat and live to fight another day. Starting with Dren, imagine you guys are falling back to the intersection. Do you want to be south of the intersection or east of the intersection?
I'm gonna be south.
Okay. You position to the south. Ready yourself, spear and torch, so we can see still. We're on the south flank. Alright. Our resort, our bowman, that fell back. Did you want to fall back to the south flank, or did you want to be on the east flank?
I'll be on the
Me?
This is resort.
I'm retreating. I'm not fighting this.
Okay. Fully retreat. Full retreat.
Yep. I'm out of this.
Roberto is dying this round. Do you want to keep pressure on your arm or something else? You want to keep fighting?
I'll keep pressure on it.
Okay. You're at the mercy of the enemy then. You hold your bloody arm. Applying first aid to yourself. We're trying to. Bellholder, you fell back to the south. Do you want to be on the south flank or the east flank as the enemy advance?
South.
South flank? Okay. If we're to the south, of course, we have a clear retreat. If we're to the east, we're trapped, but we might be able to flank the enemy, right? Attack them from their side flank. But then, of course, if you're in the east, there's no retreat. Let's see. Tains, you want to be east or south? Or do you want to retreat? What's your move?
I'm gonna fully retreat.
Fully retreat. Okay. Stanford, did you want to fully retreat? Did you want to stand your ground to the south or east? What's your move?
I'm gonna go south flank and ready my.
Ready your sling. You shall hold the line. Octavius, fractured skull. Do you want to apply pressure to your bleeding skull or something else?
I want to go with a strike.
Go out with the strike, so you will attack one more time and then bleed out. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, despite your injury, you will attack this round. And then Armadon. Oh, yeah, you will still get to attack. Alright, it'll be at a -4 penalty when you're wounded in action, though. Armadon, do you want to... You're also bleeding from your neck. Do you want to hold pressure on your neck, or do you want to attack, or something else?
He left.
He left.
Oh, he dropped out? He gave up on the fight. So he's dead.
He died.
Alright, Armadon fell dead. Okay. Let's go down the list. Everyone has declared actions. We're going to do the sequence, starting with missile attacks. So we have fallen back. Tains, we have enemies to the north, but we have some friendlies there still, who are upright. Of course, we still got a clear view of the enemy for the most part. But if you do manage to miss, you might hit one of your friendlies who are in the way, right?
Yeah.
Because our friendlies are in
Yeah,
between.
I'm good.
You want to hold fire and wait for the enemy to advance before you shoot, or?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. So you hold
Because I
fire.
don't want to risk hitting. I don't want to risk hitting.
Yeah, I'll let you launch a shot as after they move past your men.
Yeah.
That's fine. We can make that adjustment. Same thing with you, Stanford. You guys hold your shots, wait for them to pass your men. If they do, and they will open fire. Since you guys held the line. Those who retreat, you're running for the exit toward the light of day. Such as Oh wait, Tains, you're retreating, right? You're not shooting. Let's see.
Yeah, I was retreating.
Okay. Sorry, my bad. So
You
Tains,
asked
you're
me, you
retreating.
asked me what I wanted to do, and I said full retreat, and now
Yeah.
you asked me to shoot. I'm like, huh?
My
Wait,
bad,
what?
my bad. I got confused. Resort and Tains are out of the fight. They are retreating, leaving to fight another day. The only one that's readying a shot is Stanford. Right? Stanford, do you want to take the shot now, or do you want to wait for it to get closer? You can let them move past your friendlies before you fire.
Oh, okay, yeah, then I'll do that.
Okay. If they do advance, of course. And the rest of us are kind of holding the line. A good majority of us are. Bellhorner's holding the line. Bellhorner, did you want to open fire at this point, or do you want to wait as well? You have your bow out.
I'll wait, and then when I get a good shot, then I'll shoot.
Okay. Alright, understandable. So what actually happens this round is our enemies do not show any mercy, naturally. They are evil, wicked. So, naturally, of course, our brave Octavius knows this, and he fights back anyway. He does not let them have another chance. So, we'll get the initiative rolled first. This time, the party has initiative. We have maybe one more chance to save ourselves. I'm going to start with Octavius. He fights back one last time, -4 penalty to each attack. His spear's within the reach of the pole mace because both of them are at a distance, right? So he can still effectively use his spear. So he thrusts at the monster twice. 2 quick thrusts as he's bleeding out. That's 2 misses. Missed twice. And here's his saving throw versus death. If he bleeds out this round. After this round, he will bleed out. He will be finished. So he did 2 quick thrusts at this guy. And of course, he's already wounded in action. So the monster, I'll say, has a +4 to hit He's still kind of defending himself. He's on his knees, right? He's wounded, but he's not helpless yet. Uh, not completely helpless. The monster swung on him. He was able to at least kind of weave past the two swings, right? That it landed, right? Hit it at the floor twice as he kind of crawled back and weaved past. Um, so the monster did not finish him. He just bleeds out right from the skull. He falls over eventually and dies. As for the other survivor here, Roberto, you were holding pressure to your arm, right? Hoping for the best. And the monster's near you. You at least bought time for your men, right? So you staying here, holding your wound, just at least bought time for your men. They do hack you down though, right? You're not defending yourself. You're holding your arm. They automatically hit then. So you can only defend
I
yourself
was
if
gonna
you're
try
attacking.
and.
Yeah. What was your
Okay.
question?
Well, I was gonna try and flee, but I can't get past him, and I'm definitely gonna bleed out. So I don't think it's worth it. So I think he's just gonna accept his fate. He's just gonna close
Yeah.
his eyes and wait
Close your
for
eyes,
the killing
right?
blade. Yep.
An axe goes into your shoulder, the same shoulder area that you lost the left arm. The sword is swung horizontally through your skull, slicing your head in half, right? Cutting the upper half off. Blood spurting through the upper part of your head, right? All that's left is your mouth area. The nose is, or your head was split in half, right? Horizontally. So decapitated you. Your body falls to the floor. That's it. You bought time for your men to retreat if they did want to retreat. Our men opened fire at that point, right? They loosed their shots. First shooter was Belhoner. Okay, the enemy are aware we are not behind, so no backstab bonus. 16 a hit, +1 close range. Well, actually, can we even see over there for one thing? We cannot really see them actually. So shooters, you don't shoot until they move forward. That round they did not advance, of course. They killed their opponents, and then the following round they would be advancing. So in the next round, you guys just kind of waited there. We're going into the next round pretty much here. So as the next round comes, of course, we know Resort's gone at this point. We know Taint is gone. Dren, do you still think it's a good idea to hold, despite our lack of numbers? It's you. You're left in line. You are alongside Belhoner and Stanford, and that's it. Everyone else has fled or died at this point.
No, at this point, we'll just go ahead and retreat ourselves. There's no reason for any more people to go down.
Alright, you grab your companions, you like motion them out, right? You're like, let's go. The dwarf veteran cuts his losses. Stanford, do you want to hold the line still and shoot, or do you want to fall back too?
I'll shoot.
You want to shoot? Okay. So Dren, you see Stanford staying
I could
back as
solo
you're falling
fast.
back. Is this fine with you, Dren? He does not fall back.
If Stanford stays, I'll stay with him. I'm not gonna leave anybody behind.
Alright, very well. That's a lawful act. Okay. And then, of course, it's very brave of Stanford, but also maybe unwise. Belhoner, are you retreating, or are you gonna prepare to shoot?
I'm gonna look at the guys, I'm gonna give them a nod, and then I'm gonna retreat.
Okay. Live to fight another day. We can always regroup and, prepare, reamp or resupply and then come back to fight them. If they're still there. So we know that two of you stay behind. She runs for the light of day. At this point, it's a reasonable retreat, right? It's not really considered desertion because we did lose our leader, and no one is forcing us to stay back, right? So them retreating is on their own, right? It's not really chaotic or anything. They're not leaving anyone to die because we all agreed for the most part we would retreat. The majority did, so they did. The majority retreats, and a few of you decided to stay behind on your own, at your own will, right, or your own risk. So it's just not Taint, sorry. It's just Stanford and Dren left. When the enemy come into view, this is at 10 feet because your torchlight shines 10 feet. That's when Stanford loses a shot with his sling because he can finally see him. You lose a shot. Let's see if you hit. Do you want to fire on the pole, the sword, or the axe?
Sword.
The sword? Okay. I think it was the sword one that was hit earlier. It was wounded pretty badly. Nat 20. Right through the head. Let's see.
Fuck yeah.
1d4 damage.
That was. Am I right? That was the.
1 damage. A little bump to the helmet.
But don't I get critical?
No, there's no crits in or crits in Ultico didn't even mean automatic hit. So, 1 point of damage.
Did he die?
No. It was just a bump to his noggin.
Yeah.
He advances.
Yeah.
Alright. They rushed and closed the distance with your party, right? They came from the shadows, right? They just pushed forward ahead, full charge, weapons, ready to, about to swing on your men. We hold the line, and fortunately Jordan has a spear, so we can keep at least 2 of them at bay. The pole mace might not be able to be kept at bay since it has to reach like your spear as it swings down on your position, but the other 2 can be kept at bay. So you want to go for the spear, or I mean the sword and axe then? Dren, buy some more time.
And as I do, I'm gonna tell Stanford to get the hell out of here.
All right. You yell to Stanford to run. So Stanford, right after your shot, you actually can move. You want to fall back at that point?
Can I even like?
You're behind Dren right now. You fired from behind him naturally. So you have a chance to retreat or to get cut down, right?
All right. Yeah. No, I'm booking it.
Dren holds the line. Dren, I'll let you choose. You can hold the line or you can run as they are running toward you. So you both could retreat.
If Stanford's retreating, then I'll retreat after Stanford.
All right. He loses a shot, and you ran with him then. As soon as they appeared, he shot. They charged, and they chased after our party. And both parties are same speed, so therefore it's an evasion check to see if they can close the distance before you guys exit. So the evasion roll is going to be rolled. I think it's a 50% chance for them to catch up. Let me double check. We'll go over. We haven't done any chases in a while, but we'll do a chase right now. A chase sequence. So they chase you out of the dungeon. You just run for the light of day.
Run to the extraction. Extract.
Time to go back to Camp Sir Tanky.
You're trying to extract, yeah. Okay.
Hurry up!
Get to the chopper.
This one's
All right. The fleeing group size is small. The pursuers are 2. They have a 70% chance. Or you have a 70% chance to evade. 30% chance you will get caught. So rolling. They stay together. They chase you. So, if I rolled 71 or higher, they caught you. I rolled 41%. So you got out of there faster than they could keep up. And they did not leave the caverns. They actually fall back, hiss at you, right? You can hear spirits yelling. It sounds like war cries, like barbaric war cries, and they fall back into the caves, right? Disappearing. They march on back. Your men have fled. You have survived the tail, barely. Half our party was eliminated.
We won.
You won.
Let's go back to the camp. It's time to wrap it up.
Sadly, today looks like we lost.
No, we won.
Kind of
hey,
won.
Ref, can I?
Lost.
Am I able to leave or no? It's not time to go yet.
If you need to drop out now, it's fine. We're at the camp at Camp Epistore. Or no, yeah, the camp just outside of Epistore. So
Yeah, also, before a bunch of people leave, I want to ask a few questions. But, like, do your thing first.
yeah, let me wrap up the game. So I'm going to end the game here then. We can start another one later today. But this will be the end of this game. So, thank you for playing, guys. To wrap it up, your characters will probably just stay here at Camp Epistore since no profits were made. There's no reason to go back to Sir Tanky because you have nothing to sell or trade. So, therefore, since you end your adventure at Epistore, you can technically start it at Epistore next time you play. Instead of having to do the travel sequence or rest sequence before you go in. So,
okay.
But of course that means no upgrades. So, but there's no point of upgrading because we didn't make any profits, right? So, thank you for playing. Yeah. Let me end the game real quick. So if you need to stay behind and talk to me, that's fine.
Go ahead.
But this is the end of the game, so I want to thank you all for playing. This is my last day to play for a while, right? Or actually, this next weekend I'll try to play again. But this is my last day of spring break, so thanks for playing. There might be one more game today, in a few hours, but this or
I got
maybe
a
not,
question.
right? We're not certain, but otherwise, have a good rest of your week. Thank you for playing, and until next time. If you need to leave, go
Thank
ahead.
you
If you
so
need to stay,
much.
that's
Bye
fine.
bye.
Thank you, Zane.
Yeah. I got a question.
GG, guys.
What happened? Like my
Okay.
earbud fell out of my ear for 2 seconds. What happened?
All right. Real quick, Boomer, you had a question for me?
I did.
Or Squig?
I'll save it for the end.
Okay, so we're done with the game, so we need to head out. That's fine. Squig, what's your question?
This isn't really anything. I was wondering, are you still like in Okinawa? Are you out
I've
now?
never been to Okinawa. I'm in Iwakuni.
Ooh,
I'm
okay.
gonna be going to Okinawa soon. Actually, I'm going to range next week.
Okay. I just didn't know because I was like, this is 9 p.m. Normally it's like 3.
Yeah, I started.
Alright, well,
I got up early to
thanks
run
for
this one,
having me.
so Americans can
Yeah,
I
play.
would
thanks for
say like
having me.
I would say like for the next section, hopefully in the future, like we could make smart decisions. Like if the front formations are locked in, maybe they should first initiate and do stuff rather than the second or the third rankers because if they're gonna move forward, obviously it's gonna get compromised.
All right.
Anyways, that's the lesson learned. Anyways.
No, it was first rank that acted, and I had fell back to second rank, and somebody took my place. While people were going to collect stuff from the bodies. So first rank was acting, everybody else was retreating.
Oh, okay, all right, I understand.
Yeah, so I saw
Well,
Yeah,
two clear mistakes today. But
if some people from like second rank or third rank had pikes, then they would have been able to assist first rank. But like with me with my spear, probably wouldn't have done anything.
I just want to recap. Like, who wanted to investigate the magical item?
With Stanford.
Just Stanford.
Stanford.
Yeah.
Okay.
He did it a bit risky, though. He just
I
went for
told
it.
him to go alone.
All right.
He did go alone.
It's a
Juan,
game, anyways.
why
We
did
sent
you?
him
So what
ahead.
happened?
He reached for it,
Go ahead.
picked it up, and they of course turned, right? Or they rose from the dead. We had no cleric
Yeah,
to
and
back us
Boomer.
up.
Then
Yeah, I want
why
to
didn't
ask you
they
It
something.
spawn?
the, the it could have been two best options. Either we all went in with the first rank, with Stanford, or yeah, Stanford should have. But in
Skeletons.
any case, yeah, in any case, the front line should have was always bound to be, uh, initiated. Anyways,
Yeah.
yeah.
Juan, why did you push forward
Yeah,
It's
and
yeah,
really
Boomer,
easy
Boomer,
to
why
kill
stop Stanford?
skeletons
Boomer.
No,
from
you
Why
got
was
us.
you blaming
One of
me?
You
the
got us killed
things that
though.
halted us in the front line, if you guys saw, was the repositioning. We did see some repositioning, but also we needed some time to let one of the guys through, right? Which was
Yeah,
Stanford,
Stanford.
and that
Yeah.
that took up Octavius's turn to attack. So then we had less attacks, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
Yeah.
we couldn't hold the enemy back.
Pushed
Armadon moved
forward too
in and
early.
blocked Stanford.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Juan,
Yeah, so it's
you got us.
Armadan now. Okay.
You got us killed, Juan.
But
Bro,
at the
come
same time, Stanford,
Yeah.
of course, initiated a risky move. He was the first one that initiated the risk, right? Went forward right
Yeah, but
away.
the party should have been with him though, because if the skeletons
See,
started
but
forming
his
and the party was with him,
the thing was like, cause I'm a dwarf, right? So it's my job to check for traps and stuff, right? Before I could do
yeah,
any of that, he decided that he wanted to go check out the sword because he cast detect magic and he sensed some magic from it. So instead of letting us regroup and assess the situation and come to realize that okay, these are probably undead, let's deal with them, specifically, he decided to jump the gun to go for the magic weapon. And that's this is what happens.
wait,
Yeah,
Yeah,
what
it's
was the
fine. It's
magic
all fine.
weapon?
It's all
he had
fine.
dollar
Like
signs
we're
in his
Because
just
gun.
learning from mistakes.
the sword was magical.
Yeah, it's all
Yeah,
fine. Like
usually.
Where is that
next
in
time,
the chamber?
Hmm?
like if we see an opportunity to grab any loot, we should like all move in.
Yeah. Well,
Or if
usually.
we, yeah,
Sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. You're still talking.
or if not, then let one person do it all if they're initiating
Yeah.
the move. Yeah.
Usually,
Yeah.
if you ever encounter a dead body,
Typically in
if you guys
cursed
don't
And then
mind,
there was
lands,
this,
if you were to
and
die
then there
there,
was
usually.
this one other, and then
Uh,
there was this one other brilliant idea that one of you had a poll and they suggested to do it,
Yeah.
and that was a good idea to
He
probe the dead bodies. We should
yeah,
have done that first also. Yeah.
he got greedy. But
We
just
lost
for
good
all you
men
guys,
today.
yeah, if you guys ever see like a dead body or like a skeleton that wasn't there originally, look at its head or face and see if there's runes on it. That means it'll resurrect once
Oh
it's
no,
destroyed.
it's my mistake. I killed all of you guys.
Well, it was
Mm-hmm.
a series of events, but Juan, you did make a bad call, man, pushing up like that, and
Oh, okay.
that
How
brought
about
down
this?
the
Why didn't you go fight with Stanford?
go with Stanford because he just pushed up. He just went past. He said, "I'm going."
Plus,
No,
if you send
why didn't you
spearmen
go
toward
with
the
him?
enemy, right, in close quarters, spears become useless. So if they went with
Yeah,
Stanford to pick up the sword and they got up to
yeah,
rise, it would be the same situation. They would have to fall back anyway to use their spears. They
yeah.
need some
I was
Is
space
there
trying to,
to
anything
spear.
new I
I
need
was
to
the
trying
the
to get
way
upgrade?
the way
a,
formations work, right, and this isn't, I'm not talking,
yeah,
well, I'm talking from a military point of view, right? The way combat works is, if you have sword and board and you move in close range, you're going to do a lot more damage versus somebody that has a spear and a shield. Because so spear and shield is to, hold the line as long as possible while the enemies are closing in. After they close in, it's people that have melee weapons, to it's up to them to engage to be able to hold them off, because long weapons like that have disadvantage when enemies close in, right?
yeah,
Exactly.
Because your main damage is at the tip of your weapon, and if you have a spear like I do, it's just a spear head, and that's the only thing that does damage. It's the very tip.
yeah,
Anything else on that is not going to do damage at all.
yeah.
And
That's
then,
why, that's why some, that's why pole arms are pretty good
yeah.
and
Another thing,
long
another
sword.
thing we can do too is, if we're gonna have ranged in the back, the front line, the first two front lines can take a knee, have range shoot off, and then once they shoot off, everybody can stand, so we can all act together. So technically, we can let
Yeah.
Okay.
range go
Yeah,
first, and then we
Yeah.
can act on
Yeah.
it.
yeah. I was trying
Okay,
to
you
get
know
a.
who I blame actually? I blame the leaders of the party because they didn't grab Stanford while going to grab something off a dead body in a cave.
He was literally just
How
about it. He
can you
said
blame? How
like,
can you blame
How
"Hey,
how
them?
can you
If
blame
like
how can you
yeah,
blame
how you gonna
Boomer
blame me?
if
Quan, how you gonna
he
blame me,
he
bro?"
he literally stated that he was going up ahead past everybody before anybody could say anything. He went up to the body and touched it after he cast a spell. So all within his turn, he cast a spell, moved ahead, and went to grab an item before anybody could react. And once that happened, uh, Eek the DM said, "Okay, this is what happens." So it was all within the matter of him casting the spell, moving forward because
Yeah,
he
no,
got
no, no.
greedy
It's not
and
that.
trying to
It's
grab a
not
weapon.
that. It's not that. Yeah, Alpha. I get what you mean, but he's not organizing the ranks and the members properly.
I was trying to,
So
I
No,
was
the
gonna,
ranks
I
were
was,
organized.
I
He stepped
specifically
out of
said,
I mean the
formation.
members.
I
He
specifically
doesn't
said,
organize the members properly.
I
Like
was
he
specifically,
wouldn't do that if
bro.
the leader tells him not to.
I know you got a hate boner, bro, but like you need to calm down, cause like,
No,
No,
listen.
no, no, no,
So
no.
Juan,
All
listen.
right. All right, chaps.
Boomer
It
can
was
tell
nice.
him.
It was nice
It was
meeting you and playing with you. I'll see you next time. Ekin, nice work, man. Hope you have the time for us next time. Bye bye.
all right.
Appreciate it. Have a good one,
Have a good one,
guys.
Zane.
Take care.
Bye.
Boomer,
oh,
so Juan, Boomer could have told him, hey, stay here and do this, but he's not in control of his character. So essentially, what Boomer is telling us to do is a suggestion. It's up to us whether or not we want to listen to his suggestion or go ahead and do whatever we want. In this case, that's exactly what happened. Boomer
He
had
didn't
everybody
even
in formation
suggest.
and stuff.
I said no. I said we're gonna make a line here, and then we're gonna send Tanes up, and then he wanted to push ahead, even though we already had somebody going up to loot.
You
So, and
didn't
I
suggest,
can't,
man.
I can't. Yeah, I said we're gonna hold here as a party, and then we're gonna send Tanes up, and he wanted to push
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah, he did. Taines was supposed to go up by himself, right? Because he was
Yeah,
initially the one
because
that had more skill with it.
I was gonna make a firing line to help Tanes. So if the body started rising, we could have just like,
And as soon as he heard that Taines was gonna go up, that's when he cast his spell, and that's when he was all like, "Oh well, okay, I
yeah,
sense magic. Okay, I move up and
yeah.
go do
He did
this."
he performed his job, but he went above his job, which was He pushed ahead, taking an unnecessary
Because
risk.
and you have to remember too, when Ekans is talking to everybody, right? He'll say, okay, Dren, what do you want to do? Roberto, what do you want to do? And on our turn, we're doing exactly what we want to do. And in this case, if Boomer was the shot caller, right, and he told us what to do, everybody was listening to what we had to do. When it came to his turn, he cast his spell, made his movement, and went to go grab the weapon. At that point, we can't do anything because it's his turn. And Ekans is going through the ranks and going through every single player to see what it is that they're doing.
Yeah. Anyway.
If you want, I don't know if Ekans is gonna have another session tonight. If he wants, are you gonna
Yeah,
make it, Boomer?
It's in 1 or
Yeah.
2 hours.
I'll play another game tonight.
I'll
Okay.
play too.
If you guys play, I mean, I'll shot call for us if you guys play and you guys are cool with
I
it.
can help. I'm not
Yeah,
bad
no
with it.
problem.
You can. I can give you like a little bit of help if you want to shot call. Cause shot calling's everybody
Well,
should know shot call.
I've shot called before, bro. I've shot called
Yeah.
before for a group of 6, and I've mapped for us, and like that's what I was
Yeah.
doing right now with this map
Yeah.
because I've been here before, like I was mapping it
Yeah.
for us.
Oh
So
yeah, I read
Basically,
this.
if you
we
just
didn't
need if you need a
we
second
didn't
opinion.
yeah, we didn't advance too much. Like from the south entrance, we only went up to where the cross
Yeah.
is at, and then we just advanced an
Yeah.
additional 5 feet. So
Yeah.
we've only
If
gone
you
10
haven't
feet
noticed
north.
if you haven't noticed it so far, I try to play very fast and aggressive. Like, we push up and like there was the bodies. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, firing line, Tanes go up. But then like there's always that one guy that like.
Yeah, but I mean, coming back in now, you know, if we come into the same place with new characters coming in
Yeah.
now, those centipedes are going to be a problem because the last time I was in here, they're very aggressive. The
Yeah.
reason they didn't attack us this time was because we got lucky because they only stuck their head out.
Yeah.
What we do
Also.
when we see centipedes is we immediately shoot and kill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll remember that. Also, for the undead, they're probably still gonna be there. So next time we can come, you guys come
We
by.
need a cleric
Just
though. We
have
need cleric.
no. If you have like a pike or something, you could just stab them in the head and insta kill them.
Juwan, please mute yourself.
Yeah. So if you or
Do you
spears.
hear this?
I've seen it. I've seen it with spears too. So if you just have like three or two spearmen, all move up and they all stab them in the head, it destroys the.
If
the
we can
spirit.
if we can move up and stab them before bothering their
Yeah.
bodies or touching them or anything, we should be
Yeah,
fine.
like
Because
I said,
I've seen it happen like that.
two
Yeah.
two spearmen, three spearmen, they all move up and they stab into their heads simultaneously with spears.
Yeah.
And that was usually our objective if we found solo undead. That's you work with what you got when you don't have a cleric.
Listen,
Yeah.
if Jawan joins the session, I'll sit out.
Yeah.
It'll just cause so many problems. I don't really like
Oh yeah.
fighting.
What do you do this time?
He got upset because his character died and 2 others died, and he was blaming Boomer for it. When we had left the gap open, right? We had
He pretty much
three men
created
fronting. We left the gap open
yeah.
to let one of our players that went up to the front to do God knows what, you know, and woke up some undead without, you know, letting the spearmen take care of them. So our guy was retreating, and instead of letting him fully retreat, he went and took up the form. So I was the person that cleared out the front, right, so that they could come back.
Mhm.
He took my spot and kept our teammate on the other side when we were fighting 3 undead. So instead of having 3 spearmen able to attack at once, 2 spearmen had the ability to attack, and the third one couldn't because our other teammate was on the other side blocking their attack. And because of that, 3 people died.
Yeah.
So Juan called 3 people to die,
and
or who?
Juan got himself killed, and he got 2 other people killed.
Yeah.
But he's blaming Boomer
He's already
for
on
them
thin ice.
dying.
Yeah.
When he was the one that took formation up front before allowing other players to come back, and Ekin even told him, okay, are you taking formation now, or are you going to let them retreat and then take
he
formation? He
chose
said,
to
no,
not
I'm taking
attack
formation now.
Yeah, and then he chose not to attack the advancing enemy, the Mistman. So he was already on thin ice. I don't know if that's gonna. I think he's still gonna be
Don't
playing.
try to get him banned or anything.
I'm not trying to
Well,
get
no,
him.
I know.
the thing that he did the first time, I guess he did a whole TPK. He got a whole party killed.
Yeah. No.
So
the first time
that
he
was
killed somebody. No, the first time he killed somebody.
Yeah, the
Look,
first
I
time.
just let's not hate on him too much. Let's not hate on it.
Yeah,
Hate
but
on him too
he
much.
has like a hate boner out for anybody
No,
that
we're
calls him
just like
out.
talking hard facts right now. What he did
Yeah,
is kill
like everything
Uh,
that he did right now, like he got he got one teammate killed because he
Yeah.
decided to go and take formation, even after the fact that the DM told him you can take formation after that person retreats. He said no, I'm taking front line right now.
Yeah.
So
Also.
so one death is on his hands.
another one because he killed somebody before that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So from tonight, I'm talking about tonight. From tonight, he has one death. From the previous session, he's already up to 2.
Hang on
I
real
don't know.
quick.
He might learn from it.
Hang on real quick. Ekin, are you still here? I got a question.
He's muted.
Like,
Ekin's
you
just
probably
listening
got
to
it.
the
I was
bullshit.
gonna try and get one of my old characters out of retirement.
Oh
My
Lord, yeah.
my 7 hit point fighter. I was gonna try and get him out of retirement.
Bro, my thief, I have a level 2 thief. He has 7 hit points, but this dwarf that I have right now has 6 hit points.
Look,
This
look,
elf that I'm playing has 1 hit point,
Yeah,
and
and
my
my fighter
retainer
had
has
1 hit
2 hit
point,
points.
so I got hit. I took 1 damage. That was just enough to kill me, even if it was 1 damage.
I might like sleep until the next session starts because I didn't go to bed till
It's
like
gonna
4 in
start
the
in a few
morning last night.
hours, so you might want to set your alarm.
Yeah, I did.
Bro, what'd you think
Yeah,
about
so
that, AUB? What'd you think?
What happened, bro?
Like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm
I,
did
speechless.
anyone survive?
if I were
Yeah,
A-
but
Yeah,
we had
yeah.
like
AOB,
half the party died.
if I were
We had
AOB, I
what, 9
wouldn't
people?
play with
No.
him anymore.
I think we had 8 people. Yeah, we had 8 people.
AOB, did you die?
Oh no, yeah, you're right. We had 8 people, 3 died, and then 2 completely pulled out when we had 3 trying to fight.
So
And
what
then
Juan do? Did he like he? So it sounds like he like in a situation where it would fuck things up, and Akin was kind of like, hey, maybe don't do this,
Mhm.
and
Yeah,
he
he even
it
got
like
hit with
fucked
the "Are you
everybody up.
sure?"
He tried to go in the front when he shouldn't have, right? That's what it
He tried
is.
to go. He tried to go to the front when he shouldn't have, and once
Yeah.
he got to the front, he didn't do nothing. He didn't try to help fight at all.
How'd that get people killed?
Yeah,
Because
what he did got people killed.
had he attacked, they would have been able to hold off the enemies, and people would have been able to retreat. But because he
And
didn't, they got
and
overwhelmed.
and and the one dude would have been able to retreat back into the formation.
Yeah, and we would have been able to hold them off, the skeletons, and that guy would have. So he would have been able to get in there and start attacking, but he jumped the gun.
How many
Um,
skeletons were there?
there were
3.
three, and
Oh, you guys could
a
have
fighter,
easily taken that.
Yeah,
a
but
fighter.
okay, but
Yeah.
if he wasn't there at all, would we be better off, or would you guys be better
Yeah,
off?
because
Yes.
listen, a fighter has 2 attacks, so just one fighter can hold 2 skeletons that bang around. If we had both of our fighters fighting, and at that moment, we would have been able to hold off all the skeletons in that round. And
You
we
guys
could have been
couldn't
able
just
to.
you guys couldn't move in front of them
Yeah.
too.
What do you mean?
You guys couldn't like just
What?
what did he like block
We
you
would.
guys from attacking?
He blocked. Yeah,
Yeah.
he blocked one of our
He
fighters
like
from
moved
attacking.
in front of everybody.
Yeah.
He's
So
got to be
essentially,
careful. I don't want him
yeah.
to get in trouble.
Here, look at the whiteboard. I can draw it. So basically, what happens
I
is
think I can
right here.
imagine.
Let me get rid of that. All right. So like right here is the front line, right? And
No,
then
no,
here,
I don't need.
no, like here's Stanford. This guy, they try to do like a change, like that kind of, like you know what I'm talking about. So he can't attack because Stanford's trying to get behind, and oh no, it was only 2 people. It was only 2 people. Yeah. So Stanford's trying to. Dren fell back,
Yeah,
and
because I had a spear and a torch, and I'm a dwarf.
yeah. So pretty much like this, and like kind of like that. Dren falls back, and then he has to push in, and like Octavius has to give him room. So he's trying to move in and like get through this, and he's like in front of this. and so he decides to
This is. I'm coming
push
out
him
more
like that.
confused than I was
He
before.
like, okay, never mind. Long story short, he pushed in, stopping Stanford from retreating, and pretty much just
Here.
we
I'll
had
explain it. I'll explain it in simpler English.
I don't need.
Listen. I'll explain it. There was patch of skeletons up ahead. We sent out a thief to poke at the skeletons to see if they're alive. They were alive. There was another one with them. So they were falling back, right? And there was space in second rank so they can fall back to. But the one person in second rank pushed forward to where they couldn't fall back.
Dude,
So
I
it was
just
a
thought of
tight
something
formation
though.
in the front rank with 3 people. So the ones that went up front to check the skeletons could not go back.
Hey, I just thought of something. What if we built like a fucking wall to keep the goblins out and mined all the copper?
Hey, look at.
bro.
They would
Well,
probably
so
Go into
so my
whiteboard.
dwarf,
Go
my
into
dwarf,
whiteboard.
bro, has a pickaxe. So
Go into
I mean, if we find
whiteboard.
some stuff.